Is the BeTopper LM1915R the best bang for your buck budget LED wash zoom that you can buy right now for your church? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Ryland. I'm the Worship and Media Arts Pastor here at Central, and I'm always on the hunt for budget-friendly solutions to our tech ministry needs. And I have reviewed and used quite a few of these very similar style 19 by 15 watt zoom wash bars. They're all kind of inspired by the Chave R2X line, and I have demoed those lights against Boulder and Shed's versions, and now we have the BeTopper version, but this one has a unique trick up its sleeve, and that is its halo LED strip ring that goes around the edge of the light. And so I want to show you throughout this video some of the different modes and looks that you can get with this light. And then we're also going to talk about just the build quality. Who is this for? Where should our expectation level be for a light of this caliber for the price that you can get it for, under $300? And is it right for you? Here are the physical specs of this light. It is made up of 19 15-watt RGBW diodes on the inside part of the light. And then the halo ring is made up of 66 RGB 0.2-watt LED strips. And this light is claiming a 20% brightness increase over previous models. So how does it measure up against some of the other ones that I've compared? I would say yes, it is just a touch brighter than the Boulder versions that I have still currently in our space here. For connections on this light, you have PowerCon in and out, and then 3-pin DMX for the inputs and outputs of that control. One thing I immediately noticed with these lights is that they're a lot lighter than some of the other lights that I've used of this similar size and stature. These claim to be around 14 pounds, but honestly, I can't believe that. They almost feel lighter than that to me. But the build quality is okay. It's very plasticky. I wouldn't probably gig with these a ton, although we have sent these out with a buddy of mine to do some DJing at some weddings and school dances, and they held up just fine running in sound active mode. And so if you're into the DJ kind of thing, you can do that, but that's definitely not our use case in our churches. So let's talk about integrating this into your stage design and your looks. For DMX control, these lights have a 15, a 24, and a 32 channel mode. And I actually built out my own 24 channel profile for ChromaQ Vista. And so I will link to that in the description. If you pick up one of these lights and you need that fixture profile, it's not available yet through the ChromaQ website, but just download it through my Google Drive link, and you'll be able to get up and running at the 24 channel mode. And that gets you basically everything you need. And when it comes to these zoom wash bars that are motorized, I really think they're a great bang for your buck when it comes to creating stage designs and looks in your spaces, no matter what kind of church you have. Now, the zoom range on this light is about 8 degrees to 60 degrees. So that means it can get a really pretty narrow beam to focus somewhere on your stage, or just to have a tight look of beam. And it's got the standard degree of pan and tilt abilities, 540, 270. Seems pretty normal for lights of this kind. Okay, let's cover the ever popular topic of fan noise. Moving lights have fans in them. How does this light stack up against the competition? Well, you can probably hear the fan because I'm standing right here by it with a mic right above my face. And yeah, it's not the quietest thing ever. I would say it's very similar to other lights like this that I've tried. One thing I do like about this light is that it is a temperature controlled fan. So when we power off the light, the fan eventually goes off. So here's some noise tests just so you can hear it compared to other lights. So here I am working through the Jans Vista DMX profile in the miscellaneous programming area. You can actually set these lights to utilize their built-in modes, which allows you to take advantage of all the ways that the light can separate out the different LEDs to do different patterns and chases. Even with the LED ring, you can control the speed of those effects and the various modes that you'll see in the DMX chart. And it can make for some fun and interesting looks that you might not be able to get otherwise. Even going with just the ring on the outside for maybe a subdued look, or all on and kind of going crazy for those times when it's like a praise party. And those are kind of just the cherry on top. You can still utilize these lights as just your standard zoom wash using the RGBW LEDs inside of it for most of your looks. And then you got a little extra something to go to there. So what are the cons of this light? Because no light that I found is perfect. I'd say the fan noise is maybe a touch louder than others. They're not the most rugged of lights, very plasticky. And then even the connections on the back, they feel like your standard kind of budget-friendly connections for the XLRs. Power cons are fine. So those are kind of the only cons that I found. Now, I've had these lights for months. BeTopper did send me these two lights to review, and we've kind of been testing them. Like I said, sending them out on little things here and there just to see how they held up. And they've done good. So here's the bottom line. Would I recommend these lights for a church on the hunt for some budget-friendly LED watch zooms? Yeah, I think that you can catch these on a really good deal. So I will have links to get them the cheapest way through BeTopper. And if they're on Amazon, I'll put them there as well. That'll be an affiliate link. Now, BeTopper's not paying me anything for this review. They're not seeing this ahead of time. But I have utilized quite a few different BeTopper lights now for a couple of years, and they've all held up really well. So I don't really have any hesitation of saying, go for it if you think that these lights would fit your next stage design or a room at your church that needs something like this. I think these would be a good option. So if you have further questions about these lights and how they function, or just anything I didn't cover, drop those in the comments, and links will be in the description to pick these up if you want them. And I want to say a special thanks to my newest members of the creative crew, my YouTube membership here on the channel. If you want to check that out, you can kind of see all the different perks that I offer to those that are a part of the creative crew. And remember, at the end of the day, guys, we can do a lot of great things. Let's do it all for God's glory. We'll see you in the next one.